3 of the National Football League. And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. He's coming off a big week throwing the ball, nearly hitting 400 yards. It's the Bills and the Eagles on EA Sports.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running at 50%.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Back deep, Naheem Hines. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Well, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 75 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Goes right back to Smith again. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. The Eagles had 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Allen now looks to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Allen. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Here's Aaron Sipas now. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He'll check this down to Hines. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down. To the air, Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Sliding out of the pocket. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the 1st quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Meeting with these coaches before the game, we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st down, Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make it deeper and then breaks it up. Usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the option to give to Swift here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Long. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Over the middle, it's complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On the option to give to Swift here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
So here are the Bills to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. It's brought in by Harris.
2nd down and 7.
Now Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he'll be brought down to the other side of midfield at the 43.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. On first down, Hurts.
And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
And this returnable for Hines.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Josh Allen and the Bills set to take over again. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the 1st down.
On play action, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Here's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hurts.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Hurts. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He's times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. On the option to give to Swift here. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We get things started up at FedEx Field. Atlanta making the trek north to take on Washington. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Richie James, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And that game all tied up as they host the visiting Giants. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen, he gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets them to first.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Allen flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds Hines again for the completion. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Over the middle here to Brown. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. Takes it to about the 37. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver, that time they're able to get in there and bring him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Well, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On the option to give to Swift here. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And here come the Bills. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Throwing is Allen on third. Under pressure, and down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. Brought down by Ed Oliver. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On the option to give to Swift here. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down in a few inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. And that is no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Throwing again on second down. Allen dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Bills on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On second down, Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On third down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Bird sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Back to the running game with Swift. And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return will stop right around the 25. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On 1st down, Allen. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it. Allen now on 1st down.
Letting one go deep for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
On 1st down, Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
And the Bills getting set to go. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score fourth-quarter deficit. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Harris running straight ahead, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in.